The godmother of your daughter, Shirley MacLaine, writes in her new book that you sighted a UFO over her home in Washington State, that you found the encounter extremely moving, that it was a triangular craft, silent and hovering, that you felt a connection to your heart and heard directions in your mind. Now, did you see a UFO?
I did, and the rest of the account, it was unidentified flying object, okay? It's like, it's unidentified. I saw something. Now, to answer your question, I'm moving and I'm also going to move my campaign office to Roswell, New Mexico, and another one in Exeter, New Hampshire, okay? And also, you have to keep in mind that Jimmy Carter saw a UFO, and also that more people in this country have seen UFOs and I think approve of George Bush's presidency.
Actually,
and so, wait, we're just getting started.
Congressman Dennis Kucinich. He's now a happily married man. The Democrat married girlfriend Elizabeth Harper, a British citizen who lives in Chicago. The couple exchanged vows Sunday at Mall B in downtown Cleveland. Witnesses included City Council President Frank Jackson, Congressman Steve LaTourette, actor Sean Penn, and actress Shirley MacLaine also wished them well.
You told me when you first met her, when she walked into your office, that you had to do this because the love was so bright that you knew you would marry her if you let your hand down.
I think it's a very arrogant position for the human race to think that if the multitudes of planets and stars that are out there, that we should be the only place on Earth that has life.
That's right.
Well, we are the only place on Earth that has life, but the only place in the universe that has life. Yeah.
So do you think that we will ever, that we, the two of us, we will still experience a moment when the governments officially disclose the truth?
I don't know. You know, my understanding of that is that I don't need the world to believe or to disbelieve in aliens. It's just not even anything that I worry about, think about, or anything. I would suggest, though, that if governments did start to understand or want to make public that there may be extraterrestrial life, or if they have evidence to show the evidence, I have a cynical mind that it would be used actually as a means to weaponize space, to create more fear, to create more control through government control, as opposed to liberating the human experience in understanding that there is life elsewhere.
Well, Carter and I have talked about this. He had his own encounter. You know, he wrote about it. So I have all the astronauts, so many astronauts have talked about it.
T-minus 15 seconds and counting.
Cooper was the last American astronaut. While stationed at Edwards Air Force Base in the early 1950s, Cooper was part of an event that has never been explained.
I was having some cameramen film the installation of a precision landing facility we were putting in right on the edge of the dry lake, and this saucer flew right over him and put down 3 little gear and landed out on the dry lake bed.
Apollo 14 astronaut Edgar Mitchell was the 6th man to walk on the moon. He has met with people in military and government positions from several countries who have privately shared with him information about UFOs.
Seem to be well-documented events that represent flying craft that do not match anything we have in an earthbound arsenal.
I felt that Dr. Mitchell would know the reasons for secrecy.
Why are we stonewalled?
I can't answer that question. I think it's long past time to open this up to the public. But the best answer is probably because they don't know what to do about it anyhow.
I know Jimmy Carter tried to get real info on it and was told on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Same thing happened with Reagan, big-time experiences with UFOs. So.
President Ronald Reagan's speech to students at Falston High School soon changed all that.
Suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries.
2 years later, President Reagan made international headlines when he repeated the alien theme to the General Assembly of the United Nations.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.